The case concerning Kasekili or Sadudu Island is a legal dispute between Namibia and Botswana, neighboring countries located in southern Africa, concerning a specific territory. The island is known as Sadudu by Botswana and Kasekili by Namibia. The territorial dispute has been brought before the International Court of Justice, the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. The Kasekili or Sadudu Island is a small landmass located in the Chobe River, which form part of a boundary between Namibia and Botswana. The disputes revolve primarily around the question of which country has sovereignty over the island. Botswana claim the island falls within its territory, arguing that the island is located on the Botswana side of the Thalweg Principle, which means it belonged to Botswana based on the river deepest channel. Namibia, on the other hand, claim the Kasekili is part of its territory and that the island lies on the Namibian side of the Thalweg. The dispute is of considerable significance to both countries as it affects issues related to territorial sovereignty, control over natural resources, and the use of Chobe River for transportation and other purposes. In 1996, Botswana submitted a case to the International Court of Justice seeking a legal resolution to the conflict. The Court of Justice, which is responsible for settling disputes between states, including cases related to territorial boundaries. The court conducted hearings, arguments, and evidences between countries and considered various legal principles and geographical data to determine the sovereignty of the island. The International Court of Justice delivered its judgment on 13 December 1999. It ruled in favor of Botswana, stating that Kasekili or Sadudu Island lies within Botswana territorial boundaries. The statement settled legal disputes between Botswana and Namibia regarding the Ireland's sovereignty. The case involving Kasekili or Sadudu Island serves as an example of the International Court of Justice's role in resolving the international legal disputes involving territorial boundaries, sovereignty, and related matters. The court judgments are binding on both parties involved and contribute to the maintenance of peace and stability among nations. However, there have been numerous clashes at the country's borders. In 2020, Botswana Defense Force killed 4 Namibian fishermen that were fishing with their boat on the Chobe River on the Namibian side. Four Botswana Defense Force soldiers fired a total of 32 bullets, which killed the Namibian fishermen. The 4 BDF soldiers are known as Sergeant Mufazo, Private Kafila, Private Ramosa, and Private Majuda. The government of Botswana accused the fishermen of being poachers.
When they cross the border, as they often do, without a visa or passport, it is not our business. But once they come into Botswana, it's the Botswana laws.
But according to numerous investigations, no weapons or anything else was found in possession of the fishermen apart from their fishing nets. The incident challenged diplomatic relations between Botswana and Namibia and began a long-term escalation of the debate over BDF practices at the Botswana-Namibia border. Following the incident, President Mokgweetsi Masisi of Botswana and President Hage Geingob of Namibia spoke over the telephone to discuss a joint investigation, and Geingob received the family of the deceased at the State House. Geingob condemned the shoot-to-kill policy and supported the position that the men killed were innocent civilians.
Agreement to allow for free movement of people, but both sides have to defend their territories. So I don't know really about the tension. Maybe the word is a little bit too strong.
They drive their boats just from nearby here. So that know yourself, even if you are just by there. Then bakoloba kuchinga buti kutuno wina kwe ine side. You understand what I mean? Sometimes they be shooting at the other areas. They used to shoot people, even just here on the ground like this. They will just shoot. And they in the boat, they will shoot you and come and pick you here, take you there in the Botswana and say that no, he was poaching, he was in Botswana.
Diplomatic aspects of the incident were complicated by the site of the killings at Sadudu, which had been the subject of an intense border dispute 21 years prior. In response to the killings, anti-Botswana protests took place in Namibia cities, including Windhoek and Katima Mulilo. the government of Botswana announced an inquest into the killings in November 2021. Namibian Lives Matter criticized the action, arguing that it should instead be brought to trial as a murder case under the High Court of Botswana. New allegations were made by the Namibian government in December 2021 that the men killed were forcibly abducted from Namibian territory by the BDF and taken to Botswana to have them killed, though this point was conceded by the Namibian government at the conclusion of the inquest.
Then when you are fishing, you will find that when you are fishing this side of Namibia, they will call you to go in that side. Then from that side, they can either whip you or they can either take you to prison, they at Kasani, saying that you are not a fisherman.
According to the Namibian newspaper report, 37 of Namibian citizens are confirmed to have been killed by Botswana government since 1990, more particularly at the Chobe River and Impalila Island.